Hello, everyone. I am Nushrati Hoque, and my co-author is Khanam. We are presenting our research paper titled Rethinking Walkability, Developing a Sustainable Neighborhood Through Street Connectivity in the Context of Dhaka City. Starting with the background of the study, according to the World Population Review 2018, megacity Dhaka, having a population of 8.9 million people, has been growing since the independence of our country with a density of 23,234 people per square kilometer. The study aims to evaluate the evolution of the rapid urbanization of the city of Dhaka and its relationship with street connectivity and accessibility and walkability index. Walkability index is used here as a methodology to assess the street connectivity patterns influencing the walkability of Farmgate area of the Mass Rapid Transit MRT Line 6. Walkability index has been implemented to measure the three aspects of land use mix, dwelling density, and access to public transportation. The findings suggest that there is a significant association between walkability and street connectivity. Therefore, it should be considered to develop a livable city. Thus, the keywords derived from the background study, which are street connectivity, public transportation, urbanization, accessibility, and walkability. Moving on to the objectives of the study, we have found out that to establish a relationship between walkability and street connectivity, to promote a sustainable neighborhood, and to enhance the pedestrian connectivity to develop better accessibility of public transport. Next, we are presenting the research problem of the study. Farmgate being one of the significant transit points of the city, connecting all the major commercial areas, the location of different transit nodes are haphazard and not integrated at all. Therefore, people have to move arbitrarily to get access to public transportation and frequently needs to cross vehicular streets and pass through crowded urban pedestrians. In this figure 1, it shows the urban expansion of the city, of the core city corporation area from 1972 and 2015. The built-up area in the DCC area clearly headed towards the west and north of the existing growing center. The total build-up area had by this time increased by 72%, while the population of the city areas increased to 32 lakh 48,000 with a net growth rate of 120%. The site is located between the two busiest roads of the city, which links the east and west sector of Dhaka. On the west and there is Manik Mia Avenue and Begum Rokeya Avenue, and in the east there is Kazi Nazrul Islam Avenue. The Sherebangla Nagar Park is one of the few remaining accessible green places in Dhaka, which is beside the site. The National Parliament building is also located on the northwest corner of the site. The images here, the figure shows the traffic congestion in Farmgate area. The existing public walkability and transport system of Farmgate is explained in this section. The ability to walk safely and comfortably in an urban environment has been referred to as walkability. Despite having wide 10-feet pedestrian areas, the area is bustling with foot traffic. A bus stop with one-way service is located on the northeast side. There are 4 pedestrian elevated walkways or bridges on the east side of the site that connect the end of Kazi Nazrul Islam Avenue to another and are always used heavily by walkers due to the constant strong vehicular traffic on the road below. The figure 5 shows the existing formal land use pattern at Farmgate area. Mixed use and residential development are prominent in this area. Walkability in our research is defined as the extent to which walkability is readily available. Walking is readily available as a safe, connected, accessible, and pleasant mode of transportation. That which is an important element in accessing and assessing urban sustainability. Frank proposed three components to construct a walkability index, that is net residential density, street connectivity, and land use mix. He defined net residential density as the ratio of residential units to the land area devoted to residential use. And he also defined street connectivity, which reflects the connectivity of the street network and with the ratio of the number of true intersections. And then he defined land use mix as the diversity of find land use types, with 0 being single use and 1 indicated a completely even distribution of floor area across the 5 uses. A combination of objective and subjective methodologies were employed in this study. The questionnaire for physical activity was used to investigate the amount of walking that people do over the course of a week, which was the subjective method, while the objective method was utilized to calculate land use mix, street connectivity, and housing density. We constructed a comprehensive walkability index that incorporates 5 components: net residential density, street connectivity, and land use mix, transit stops, and flatness. Relying on existing mapping data, we first evaluated the urban land expansion to provide a background for our walkability study. We then conducted our walkability analysis on the area of our given case study. The theoretical framework of our research is shown in figure 6. The walkability index is the integrated index of the 5 aspects of the built environment: dwelling density, street connectivity, land use mix, access to public transit, and elevation variation. The detailed calculation of each sub-index is shown on this slide. Next, my co-author, Khanam, will briefly discuss the next part of the study. Thank you.
Hello everyone, continuing from the limitations of this research, through enhancement and adaptation of the approach, some of the difficulties encountered while measuring and evaluating walkability in nodes with varying attributes and sizes can be mitigated, particularly among planners and in planning practice. This runs counter to some of the suggested improvements and suggests that perhaps new strategies for both practice and research are required. Planning should prioritize the needs of pedestrians when creating new nodes or significantly modifying or expanding existing ones. This includes constructing areas that encourage walking, such as streets rather than roads. According to the report, locals and visitors alike use local buses and rickshaws for transportation. Nevertheless, 15% of all people travel from one location to another by walking. However, the location of various transit modes is disorganized and in no way integrated. People must therefore move at random, use public transportation, often cross busy streets, and navigate packed urban pedestrian areas. Here, figure 7 shows the usage of transportation modes and their impacts on the environment. Here, various surveys, including observation survey, questionnaires, focus group discussion, mapping has been undertaken, and their analysis revealed the following information. Figure 8 shows existing formal land use pattern at Farmgate area. figure 9 shows existing traffic and vehicular stops, and figure 10 is showing the existing pedestrian network that is being frequently used. Moving towards the result and discussion, from the figure 11A, we can see that walkability index from 2001 to 2022, where it develops from 1.9 to 2.8, and figure 11B showing the walkability index distribution in percentage, where 2001 is indicated by 01, 2011 is indicated by 11, and then 2022 is indicated by FG22 after the area's name. Here we focused on 0 to 0.2, 0.2 to 0.4, 0.4 to 0.6, then 0.6 to 0.8, and then finally 0.8 to 0.1, 1.0. Here, figure 12, we measured the average value of walkability in each of the 5-kilometer buffer zones from the MRT station near the park, respectively into 2001, 2011, and 2022. As can be observed, the walkability decreases from 5 to 40 kilometers from the MRT station, where it decreases from 0.24 to 0.11, 0.33 to 0.13, and then 0.38 to 0.14, respectively in 2001, 2011, and 2022. In conclusion, urbanization had become more intensive in the last decade as both urban land expansion and population increased more in 2001 to 2022 than in 1990 to 2000. MRT could contribute to the problem solution and certainly aid in decreasing traffic congestion. The pre-study is carried out in an effort to identify a viable system that will combine the existing transportation network and urban mobility with MRT. Also, besides discussing the context and anticipated advantages of the mass rapid transit, which represents MRT system, towards building the sustainable public transport system in Farmgate so that a significant portion of Dhaka city can have organized traffic movement. The walkability index method developed in this paper can be widely adopted due to its comprehensiveness, simplicity, and flexibility. Our results on walkability can also improve the effectiveness of planning, as policymakers can strategically target the areas low in walkability index with a better understanding of what causes to consider. Moving to the recommendation part, a provable design framework has been established by considering the existing network and public interest through following issues, which can be developed by multi-level connection, including integrated urban transit, where figure 13 shows the proposed framework for the sustainable transport system design in Farmgate. And the most important thing that is neighborhood enhancement, where the introduction of a park as a recreational space with a variety of activities will play an essential role in making the neighborhood more walkable and will allow nearby residents as well as passers-by to take a brief break from their hectic schedules while they wait for the metro or bus rapid transit to arrive. Here, figure 14 shows the proposed MRT station, and figure 15 is presenting the proposed park as recreational space near MRT station at Farmgate. So these are the for the purpose of this research, we considered the following references, and thank you so much.